All right, just wanted to give you a quick little idea of how to change the events in the events calendar. We've added a different plugin now, so instead of it being the events calendar or events that used to be posted here, instead we're using this plugin called ME Calendar. Now, if you click on ME Calendar or you click here, it's going to take you to a useless page. What you really want to click on is either all events or add event. But let me show you what it looks like if you do click ME Calendar. So it'll bring you to this page, but really we don't care about any announcements coming from the plugin. All we want to do is add our event. So that's why don't bother to click ME Calendar. Click on the actual toggles that you want. So all events will show the list of everything that has already been done. One of the advantages of using the ME Calendar instead of the regular events thing that comes along with WordPress for free is that this allows us to create recurring events, which is so much nicer. So for example, this Tuesday morning prayer that we need to update, because now it's going to be 9 a.m. For this particular one, all we need to do is go in and edit. You can do quick edit or edit, but edit is what we're going to do major changes. So I come in here, I can change my title to 9 a.m. as per Pastor John's request. That information is all still fine, and then that's it. I can update the time over here to 9 a.m. Now, because this is a repeating event, there is information over here. If you click on these things here, you can change more information. So date and time, this is just your general, what time you'll see it at. And you can see it's got, different little options there. But this is our basic things, just put in the date and time. Then we go to event repeating, and you can toggle this on and off. So right now it's toggled as recurring. If I click it off, all those options disappear. So if I click yes, event repeating, how often do you want it to repeat? I want it weekly. This repeat interval refers to, do you want it every single week, or would you like it bi-weekly? So you'd put a 2 here. Do you want it every 3 weeks? Do you put a 3 there, and so on, right? When do you want it to end? You make your selection there. So because this is recurring and I want it every week, I'm done. That's good for that. Down here, we've got more information about just trying to optimize for the Google searches, but we're not too worried about that for the morning prayer. The slug's already been set. It took this automatically from the title. So I think all I'll do now is just change the slug because it said 9:15 and I need it to be 9 o'clock. So change the slug if I have to. You don't always have to do this. Just check it to make sure. And now that's better. So that's the page that it'll go to. Then I just make sure that everything's good over here. So I got tags. It's already prayer because it was set up before. So I would have just typed that in and then hit enter. I've got the prayer meeting category set up here, so that's good to go. I do have to change this featured image. So of course, to change the graphic, we're going to go to Canva, to our technology account, and we can go to the announcements one for this particular one. You have the option of just looking at it just as it is and scrolling down and through, or if you click this little button down here with the grid view, you can see everything all at once and jump straight to the one you want to work on. And we're at here, 9 a.m. is what the change needs to be. So I've selected it. I can just click off this 68 grid view and it'll go straight to that one I'm looking at. So 9 a.m. Actually, you know what? We don't even need those numbers in there. Let's say 9 a.m. Okay. And now I'm just going to change the name here because sometimes when you download it'll give this as the title. So I'm just going to change this to Tuesday Weekly Prayer. The title will probably be this announcement thing up here, which I can change as well. So I'm going to download just page 14. I want a ping file. And I'm going to scroll down. I don't want all of them. I just want page 14 at this point. Done. Download. See, this is the name that it downloaded as, was that announcement thing. So I can change that right away. I don't want to put that into my personal stuff. Let's go desktop. Announcement, and this is going to be Tuesday prayer, 9 a.m. And now I can go and add that to images. So I'm going to remove this featured image by clicking here And I'm going to upload that file I just downloaded. I put it on my desktop. Open that, upload. Okay, once it's uploaded, just check the title and make sure that's what you want it to say. Now, alternate text is there for if you're somebody who's using like visually impaired and they can't see what it is. If they use a text reader to read the web page for them, then this tells the text reader that this particular picture is important. So if you want, you can put in the alternate text. You don't have to, though. So for this one, we would say maybe Tuesday morning prayer meeting at 9 a.m. And then there's the option there if somebody ends up using some kind of a reader like that. Set the featured image, selects it, and give it a second to update, and there it is there. All right. Event color doesn't really matter. Event labels don't matter. Astra settings don't matter. So everything else should be ready to go. If I like it, I can see if I like it, and I can also preview the changes if I really want to. And this will show me what it looks like when it's in the calendar as a single event. So there we go. Everything seems to be set up there. It looks okay. Now, because this was an event that I'm just changing, I'm editing it, all these types of things were already chosen. So if I go back to edit event, I'll show you where that information was. It was down here under event details. So we had set the date and time. We had decided whether or not we wanted it to repeat, but we can do other things like change the location. And these are predetermined, or you can set up new ones here if you want to. But I've set up a whole bunch of them already so that you can just click. So if it was the coffee time one and you're changing that one and you wanted to put that, so that's already set up. We just want it to be at the church though. So it's Countryside Community Church. Event links would be used for trying to go beyond or outside our particular website, or just to literally leave the page. If you were to do an event link, when somebody clicked on the picture, the featured image, they wouldn't go to all this information. They would go directly to what your link is. So I found that event links here is actually pretty annoying. So if you do want a link like the Zoom, then you're going to make sure that you do that under location. Let me just quickly show you what would happen if you created a new one. See, it says here, insert new location. So what I could do then is give my location name. So let's say I was doing coffee time on Zoom, like I said before. Then where would it be? Well, you can choose the location website, and this is where I've put in the Zoom links. Now, I don't want to do that. I don't want to insert a new location, so I'm just going to make sure I don't do that. But this is what you could do. Insert a new location, give it kind of an idea of where it is. So location name would be what shows up right here, where it says location name, Countryside Community Church. That would be coffee time on Zoom. And then the website for the location, this is where the Zoom link would have showed up had we chosen the other one. Okay, so that's where you can do stuff, and it would be location website that shows up in that position. So don't use links. Links would lead you away from our website. And then the organizer would be Pastor John. And we can change these as well to whoever the main people are that are organizing. You can add anybody if there's a few different people working on it, although so far there's only been one person per event anyway. And if we had to, obviously we could add in event costs. If we leave it blank, then it doesn't show up. Because if we leave it blank, then this is what it looks like. There's no information at all about costs because we don't need it. And then finally, supposing you did need to make some changes individually to these, and you didn't want to just have them on the list, but you actually wanted to edit what was going on with Countryside Community Church, for example, then you could come over to the ME calendar list on the side, and you can go and edit locations, organizers, etc. So you can do a little bit more detailed information there. Let me just quickly remember to update this so that it's live on our website. And then I can show you the changes here. So here we've got locations as a list. And so we can go in and we can edit those. So coffee time on Zoom, I can edit. And I can go in and change where it is, all that kind of stuff like I was talking before. I've chosen to add in a little thumbnail just so that this little picture shows up for these. Let me show you where one of these coffee time, I'll preview the coffee time one for you. So if we go here, we go to our events page, You can see everything all nicely, prettily laid out. If I actually, let me do this Thursday prayer one because it's already here. So if I go here and I take a look at what it looks like, here's where that little thumbnail showed up, and there's the website location, all that kind of good information. And then, of course, the organizers we can edit as well. So we could go to organizers, and this is the type of information that we can have here. So I've chosen to put my email address in. You don't have to have an email address added in there. It just depends on how you want people to contact and what permission you have from the people who are doing things, running things, whether they want to be contacted or not, or whether they want to be contacted through the church. So when we go to edit that one, we can see that I could do a little description if I wanted to. I don't really care about that. I could put in my phone number if I wanted to, or I could even link to my page. So let's say I was some fancy music star. I could link to my go see more data at this particular page, and that'd be great. I can even upload an image if I wanted to, so I could have my picture there. I don't think I need that, so I'm not going to worry about any of that information. So that's your quick, in a nutshell, how to navigate the events. If you have any questions, let me know.